And this is a cluster stitch coupled with a single crochet row, and this is what it looks like from inside. To make this cardigan, you will need at least 100 grams of yarn, but don't bother, it is worth it. I tell you the truth. I'll take you step by step for absolute beginners, and by the time you're done doing your cardigan, you'll be super proud of yourself. Now, to make this, you need a good dose of confidence and a good dose of patience. Without further ado, welcome to my channel, Zoe CrochetR. I'll take you step by step, and we're going to do this. God bless you. Let's get started. For our materials, we're going to need our stitch markers, very important. We're also going to need our tapestry needle to weave in our ends. We're going to need a pair of scissors. And of course, we're going to need our measuring tape, very important. And last without the least, we're going to need a yarn. I'll be using this yarn. Okay, so let's get started. Let's create a slip knot. And I will begin with the 3.5mm size hook. Set your hook into that ring. I'm going to begin with a chain of 53, so chain 53, yarn over, pull through, 1, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, 3, yarn over, pull through. Okay, and once we have our 53 chains completed, we're going to add 1, so 53 plus 1, chain 1. This would be our turning chain. Okay, and now into the next 9 stitches, we're going to be making a single crochet. So from the second chain from your hook, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. This is a single crochet. Into the next chain, insert your hook, yarn over. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through. This is a single crochet. This is a second, and now let's make the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, seventh, eighth, and 9. Now here we have already our 9 single crochet, and this 9 single crochet is going to be the first part of the front of our baby's romper. And into this next chain, we're going to create our first corner, and we're going to make a total of 3 single crochet into that same stitch, 3 single crochet. So 1, 2, and make the third one, and 3. So you have just made 3 single crochet into that same stitch, 1, 2, and 3. Now into that middle stitch, this middle stitch, you're going to insert your stitch marker and mark the stitch. Very important, very important. Okay, so you mark that middle stitch, and now next we're going to continue, and we're going to make again another 9 single crochet. Okay, so continue and make 9 single crochet, and this 9 single crochet is going to be our first sleeve. So insert your hook and make 9 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 single crochet, and into that next stitch we're going to create our second corner. We're going to make 3 single crochet into that stitch. So this is 1, 2, and the third one, and 3. So here we have 3 single crochet into the same stitch, 1 2 3, and we're going to mark that middle stitch, mark the stitch. So insert your stitch marker and mark that middle stitch. And next we're going to make a total of 13 single crochet. Okay, we're going to make 13 single crochet. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 and 13. Good. Yeah, I just completed 13 single crochet, and this 13 single crochet is the back of our dress. Okay, the back part of our dress. And then next thing, we're going to create our third corner. So we're going to make 3 single crochet into the same space. This is 1 2 and 3, and we're going to mark that middle stitch. So just stitch marker and mark that middle stitch. Next we're going to make 9 single crochet. Okay, 9 single crochet. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. And this 9 single crochet is our second sleeve. Okay, and now into this next stitch we're going to make our fourth and last corner. Make 3 single crochet there. 1 2 and 3, and we're going to mark the middle stitch. Insert your stitch marker, and we should have 9 stitches left. Okay, so we should have 9 stitches left. So into the main 9 stitches, make a single crochet. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and the last one 9. Good job. Yep. So here we are, we have completed our row number 1, and it's giving us something like this. And you should always have your stitch markers placed in those corners. Okay, and here we have the foundation, and you should always have your stitch markers placed in those corners. Okay, very important. And so now we're going to begin our next row, and this row now we're going to begin our pattern rows. Okay, so chain 1 and turn, and you really have to listen well for the instructions. Okay, now in the first 5 stitches we're going to make a single crochet back loops, single crochet just in the back loops. So into that back loop insert your hook. Okay, yarn over and make the first single crochet. That's 1 to the second, 2 3 4 4 and make the last one. So you can see we have 2 loops. We have 2 loops, right? We have 2 loops, so we are working just in this back loop and make the last one and 5. Here we are, we have 5 back loops single crochet, and this was given us so far. And now next we're going to begin our pattern. So to make our pattern, we're going to work it now in both loops. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull out 2 loops, and just pause here. Okay, yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull out 2 loops, you're left with 3, yarn over and pull all 3. This is our pattern. Okay, and now this is a cluster stitch, and now into the next stitch make a single crochet, work in the back loops also, insert your hook and make a single crochet. Into the next stitch you make a cluster, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull out 2 loops, you're left with 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook in the same stitch, yarn over. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull out 2 loops, you're left with 3, yarn over, pull off 3. This is our cluster and this is our pattern. And to the next stitch, insert your hook and make a single crochet, single crochet. Into the next stitch make a cluster, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull out 2 loops to the same stitch, yarn over, pull out 2 loops, you're left with 3 and pull off 3. This is a cluster stitch. And now next you want to remove the stitch marker, and since our next stitch make a single crochet into the stitch, and you want to put back the stitch marker in that same stitch, into that same stitch, insert back your stitch marker. Okay, and into the next stitch yarn over and make your cluster. Into the next stitch make a single crochet. Into the next stitch make a cluster. Okay, cluster, yeah. So you can see that it's just a repeat of this. Okay, it's really nothing very complicated. And a single crochet. one next stitch, make a cluster, and take off your stitch marker. Place our corner space into the same stitch, make your single crochet, and insert back your stitch marker. And you want to continue into the next stitch, make your cluster, and to the next, make a single crochet, to the next, make a cluster, and to the next, make a single crochet. And you can see our pattern is getting already. This is beautiful, right? So you're just going to repeat this sequence all through this row. Okay, so just repeat making. Yeah, we end up with a single crochet, make a single crochet, a cluster, a single crochet, a cluster, a single crochet, cluster. So just repeat this pattern, and I'll meet you at the end of this row to tell what we're going to do next. Okay, so make sure you work with me till the end. Okay, yeah, and I've already done my fourth corner. Okay, and now we have 6 stitches left. So I just want to tell you what you're going to do here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you remember here in the beginning we did 5. We did here 5 front post, back post, single crochet, back loops, working the back loops. We did 5 back loops, single crochet. On this other part here also we're going to do 5 back loops, single crochet. So I said 6 stitches because your number 6 stitch must be a cluster. Okay, this number 6 stitch must be a cluster. This is my single crochet, so work your cluster stitch in that 6 stitch. Work your cluster stitch. And now you should have 5 stitches left, and each of those 5 stitches we're going to make our back loop single crochet. So work on the back loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one, number 5. And here we are done with row number 2. We're going to begin row number 1. We're going to begin row number 3. So chain 1 and turn your work, and we're going to make 5 single crochet in the back loops. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And of course this is our single crochet row and our increase row also. So in this pattern we're going to be making our increases just in a single crochet row. And when you get up here, when you get here into that cluster stage, just make a single crochet, into that single crochet, make a single crochet, into that cluster, make a single crochet, on that single crochet, make a single crochet, on the cluster, make a single crochet, and you can see our result. This is so beautiful. And once you get here, take off your stitch marker, put it down, and we're going to make our increase. So into that stitch you're going to make 3 single crochet, 3 single crochet. So 1, 2, and 3 single crochet. This is how we make our increase. And into that middle stitch you want to insert your stitch marker. insert your stitch marker and mark that middle stitch. And this is how we make our increase. Next, make 1 single crochet into single crochet. Onto the cluster, you're just going to make single crochet. We're going to just repeat making single crochet, and we're going to meet here, okay, on this cluster, on where we have our stitch marker. And once we get here, take off your stitch marker, and in that same stitch make 3 single crochet. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to mark that middle stitch. So take your stitch marker and mark the middle stitch. And next we're going to make a single crochet, this is so fun. Now you know what to do now, so you're just going to repeat making this sequence until you get here. Make single crochet. Once you get here, you take off your stitch marker and you make 3 single crochet. You continue, and once you get here, you take off your stitch marker and make 3 single crochet. So repeat this process, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. Okay, so keep on working, and don't forget to make your slip stitch, your single crochet back loops in your remaining 5 stitches. I just wanted to remind you that. Okay, 3, 4, and 5. Good. This is a very beautiful pattern. And now we're going to begin row number 4, chain 1 and turn. This should be row number 4 here. Row number 4, and we're just going to make our 5 back loop single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And remember, this is our cluster row, okay, because we are doing one single crochet row and 1 cluster row. So this is our cluster row. So here we already have our 5, so into that both loops make your cluster, single crochet, make a cluster, make a single crochet, make your cluster here, make your single crochet, and this time around in this stitch here we have made a cluster. So take off your stitch marker, make your cluster in that stitch, mark the stitch. Always don't forget, please, don't forget, very important to always insert your stitch marker. And next you want to continue, make a single crochet, next make a cluster, next make your single crochet, make your cluster, So you can see it's just a very simple and very practical pattern, right? Just keep on working like this. Cluster, single crochet, cluster. And when you get here, take up your stitch marker and make a cluster to that stitch. So just stitch marker back. And to the next stitch you make a single crochet. And to the next stitch you make a cluster. To the next stitch you make a single crochet. So you're just going to repeat. So you're just going to repeat this all through this row, okay? And I'll meet you at the end of this row. And once you get here, do not forget to make your 5 stitches, your single crochet in the back loops in these 5 stitches at the end here. Okay, so just keep on working and make sure you work with me till the end. Okay, here we are. We've just completed row number 4. I'm going to be row number 5. Chain 1, turn your work, and make your 5 single crochet, back loop, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. And now next is our single crochet row, so make single crochet, and you know this is our increase row, so remember, okay? And once we get here, we're just going to take off a stitch marker and make our increase, which consists of 3 single crochet, 1, 2, and 3. And that middle stitch, we're going to mark that middle stitch. Insert a stitch marker and mark that middle stitch. And next, make a single crochet. Okay, so take off the stitch marker and make 3 single crochet into that stitch, 1, 3, and you want to mark that middle stitch. Mark that middle stitch. And you're just going to continue making single crochet, single crochet. And you're just going to repeat this all through, and I'll meet you when you make a single crochet. You get to make your increase into that stitch, single crochet, make your increase, 3 single crochet, make a single crochet, and don't forget to make your 5 back loop single crochet, and I'll meet you at the end of this row here. So we're going to do next, okay? So make sure you work with me till the end. Okay, I just completed my row number 5. And we're going to be row number 6 together, and we're going to create our first buttonhole here. So chain 1, turn your work, make 2 single crochet, of course from the back loop. So 1 and 2. Now chain 2, 1 and 2, and skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and into the 3rd and the 5th make 1 single crochet. And this was giving us, yeah, we have created our first buttonhole, and this is our single, and this is our pattern row, our cluster row. So into that next stitch, just make your cluster, 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 single crochet. Take off your stitch marker. This time around it's going to be a single crochet. The last row was a cluster, so single crochet and set back your stitch marker, and next make your cluster. And you're just going to repeat making cluster, single crochet, cluster, single crochet. You get here and just repeat the sequence, and I'll meet you at the end of this row and we're going to begin row 7 together. Okay, I want to show you how you're going to work this when you get here, how you're going to work this space. So keep on working. Okay, here we are at the end of row number 6. We're going to begin row number 7 together. Chain 1 and turn your work and make your front post your single crochet in the back loops. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's a single crochet row, so you're just going to make a single crochet. Good, and once you get here, we're going to make our increase. Make 3 single crochet in that space. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to mark that middle stitch. Mark that middle stitch. And just going to continue making single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet. So you know the pattern now. Continue. When you get here, you make your increase. You get here, you make your increase. You get here, make your increase, and I'll meet you here to show you how you're going to work the space. Okay, so we're going to meet here. Keep on working. Okay, once you get here, so let's make the last single crochet on that stitch. So once you get here, we're going to consider these chains as a normal stitch. Okay, so here we have the first. Let's make the first single crochet, and here we have the 2 chains. So here we have the first chain, and here we have the 2 chains. So this is the first chain. You're going to work from the back loop like this of the chain. Okay, that's 2, and this is the second chain. Work from the back loop, 3, and now repeat the 2, 4, and 5. So, and it's going to give us something like this. Now we're going to begin row number 8. Chain 1 and turn your work. Make your single crochet. Make your single crochet. Make your single crochet. That's 3, 4, and the last one, and 5. And of course this is our cluster row, so just make a cluster. take off stitch marker. This time around is a cluster stitch. Set it back and set it back like a single crochet. Make a cluster. Make a single crochet. Good, and this from here is just going to be a repeat of this, right? This is so cute. So we're just going to repeat making these all through, okay? Now for the buttonholes, we are going to making buttonholes after every 7 rows, okay? After every 7 rows. So this is row number 1. The single crochet was row number 1, and this is row number 2, row number 2. So continue, and when you get to row number 7, and continue and complete 7 rows. So technically it is on row number 8 that we're going to make the buttonhole. So after 7 rows on row number 8 we make the buttonholes, okay? Don't forget, please don't forget your buttonhole, is very important. So here we have 1, 2, so keep on working, and don't forget to make your increases. This is our cluster row. Complete your cluster row, and at the end of this cluster row is going to be your single crochet row. Make your increase and always insert your stitch marker, very important. I'm just going to be building and give a good, until we have a good amount for our baby's yoke, okay? So keep on working. So far this is how work looks like. So this was our first buttonhole. So from year to year we've done already seven rows. I just wanted to remind you, okay? So we have done 7 rows, so we're going to begin row number 8, and in this row number 8 we're going to make our second buttonhole, okay? So make your first single crochet, 1, 2, and now chain 2, 1 and 2, skip 2 stitches, and into the third you make your single crochet. So we have created our second buttonhole, and of course we're just going to continue making our pattern, cluster and single crochet, cluster, good. So just repeat this sequence, okay? And once we have the required length that we need for our baby's yoke, I'll meet you there to tell what we're going to do next, okay? So I just wanted to remind you so you don't forget your buttonhole. So keep on working and make sure you work with me to the end, okay? Okay, yeah, my end. While measuring gives me the length I have centimeters, and the width gives me 23 centimeters. Yep, so here we have 23 centimeters, and by the time we're going to do some chaining up here, it's going to bring it us to 25 centimeters, and that's just the measurement we need for a newborn size, okay? And gives us something like this from the back. I mean, this is so good. Yeah, you need to make it a little bit bigger so the baby can have enough space inside. And from here now we are done, and I hope you do not forget to make your buttonholes. I have 3 already. So, and okay, one more thing, make sure you end before now we want to shape our sleeves, and before the last row needs to be the cluster row, okay? Very important to mention that. So next we are going to partition our work now. We're going to partition our work now. So let's just continue our pattern. Make this a single crochet row, right? So single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and okay, So just keep on working, and on mutual we'll have a stitch marker. Okay. Okay, I really work one single crochet all through, and once we get here where we have a stitch marker, we're just going to take it off. Take off your stitch marker and make one single crochet. Okay, make one single crochet, and chain one, and you're going to skip all of these stitches, right? Skip all of these stitches. Remember in the beginning I told you that this was our sleeve, so you're going to skip all of these stitches, and you're going to insert your hook into this second corner here where we have the stitch marker. So take out the stitch marker, mark that stitch with your finger, and insert your hook into that stitch and make a slip stitch. And you can see we have created our first sleeve, and this one is giving us, this is so cute. And now next we're just going to continue making our single crochet, until we get here where we have the third stitch marker. Okay, so keep on working, and once we get here we're just going to take off a stitch marker and make a single crochet into that stitch. Okay, and next, and chain one, and skip all of these stitches here. Skip all of them. This is going to be our second sleeve, and into that last and fourth corner, mark that stitch. Insert your hook and make a single crochet. Good. And now next, we're just going to complete this row and make a single crochet all through, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. Okay, good. And at the end of this row your work should look like this. I mean, this is just so cute. Yeah, so we're going to begin the next row, and this is going to be, of course, our pattern row. Chain one and turn your work, and we're just going to make a pattern, right? So make your single crochet back loop, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we're going to make a pattern. Now you want to repeat this, and I'll meet you on the arm here to show you what we're going to do. Okay, so just keep on working, and we're going to meet here. Okay, I have just one stitch before the chain one, so I'm just going to make my single crochet, because this was a cluster single crochet. And once we get into that chain one space, we're just going to consider it as a normal stitch. So into that space, just make your cluster. Consider it as a normal stitch. Okay, and next make your single crochet. Next, make your cluster. Okay, and you're just going to repeat this all through. Okay, just repeat making your pattern, and when you get here in this other chain one space, you just repeat what we did here. You just consider it also as a normal stitch, and just continue working, and repeat this, and I'll meet you at the end of this row to show how we're going to continue this work. Okay, so keep on working. Okay, and four and 5. So we have really finished. At the end of the row you should have something like this. Okay, So from here it's going to be, we're going to count this as row number 1. This is going to be our row number 1. So this is our row number 2, and it is our single crochet row. And here we're going to be doing some increases. Let me show you how we're going to make our increases. So we already made our 5. We already made our 5, right? 5 here. So as from here, counting from here, you're going to count 1. Okay, let me explain it. After you make this 5 bypass double single crochet, next you're going to make 3 single crochet, 1, 2 and 3, make 2 single crochet, 1 and 2, make 3 single crochet, 1, 2 and 3, and make 2 single crochet to the fourth, 1 and 2. Okay, so I'll show you again. Make 1 single crochet into the second stitch, make 1 single crochet into the third stitch, make 1 single crochet, and into the fourth make an increase, make 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. And just going to repeat this sequence all through this row. So you make 3 single crochet, you make an increase, you make 3 single crochet, you make an increase. Okay, so just repeat these and I'll meet you at the end of this row. So let's keep on working, and I'll just complete my back loop single crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Good. And here we have completed this row. Now chain 1 and turn your work, and from here we're just going to continue making now our pattern as we have been doing before. Okay, no more increases, so we're just going to continue working until we have the length, the required length. Now how many rows am I going to make? Why don't you just stick on? Okay, let's just work together, and together we're going to discover how many rows we're going to need. And from now on, we're going to continue working. Now you might be wondering why we did the increase. We did the increase here because we want to give it a good shape. We want it to be a little bit, to have some space though, yeah. And this is really so cute. A perfect size for baby for 0 to 3 months. I do not want it to make it too small. And do not forget to make your buttonholes. Here we have already 1, 2, 3, and so here we are already on 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be row number 4. Don't forget on row number 8 to make your buttonhole. So just keep on working and make sure you work with me till the end, okay? Okay, here we are. We are really improved with our pullover, and you can see this is so cute. This is size, this is a length. We are done with this length, and I went ahead and did one of my arm. Don't bother, I'll teach you exactly how I achieved this. And for the measurement, as a newborn, it's a 0 to 3 month size baby. So our arm here is measuring 23 centimeters, and that's just what we need. 23 centimeters is giving us 6 inches. And the length, I take my length from shoulders to top here. The length is giving us 26 centimeters, and that will be 10 inches. And you want to make sure that you have the same exact length for both So I've already given you the measures. Let me teach you how to make this. Okay, so we're going to begin working our sleeves here. Now you remember the number of stitches that we had here, we're going to maintain the same number of stitches. Okay, so you remember here in the bottom here we did chain one, and of course I'm continuing working with the same hook. I've not changed it. So in this corner here where we joined our sleeve, you remember this corner here, insert your hook there. Okay, and bring in your yarn, and you want to attach your yarn to your work. Just attach it like this, attach it, and bring that chain in front, and you want to chain one. And one more thing, make sure that this last row should be the row of clusters. Very important. Okay, make sure that this row be the row of clusters. So chain one. Now into that same stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, don't pull it off, just wait here. You remember here we did a chain one, right? So we don't want to make any increase here. We want to maintain that one stitch. So you remember, just I don't know, good. So you want to insert your hook into that space, insert it, yarn over, wait here, come over into this other joining corner space here, come over to this other joining corner space here, insert your hook there, yarn over, and you have 4 loops on your hook, just pull off 4. Good. This will give us but 1 loop. And now next, on the next chain, make a single crochet. Make sure you're counting this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just keep on making single crochet all through, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. Okay, and make sure you count your stitches. So keep on working. Good. And once you get into that first stitch that we did, insert your hook and make a slip stitch. And at the end of this row we should have a total of 33 stitches. On this side here we have 33 stitches, so you need to have the same exact stitches on both ends, on both arms. So now to begin row number 2, chain 1, and we're just going to repeat our pattern. Okay, and turn your work, and to that stitch make your single crochet. You have to start with a single crochet. So single crochet, mark that single crochet stitch, very important, mark it, set your stitch marker. And now next, make your pattern. Okay, just make your pattern, a cluster, make a single crochet, another, make a cluster, make a single crochet. Okay, now just repeat making this, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. Make sure you work with me to the end. Okay, and then take off a stitch marker and make a slip stitch, chain 1 and turn, and I'm just going to repeat the pattern. Make a single crochet, 1, 2, put by your stitch marker, and make sure you always count your stitches. And make sure you always count your stitches. Okay, you must have the same stitches all over. Okay, and make sure you work with me to the end so we can see what it looks like. This is a very cute and wonderful project, and of course you're just going to repeat this over and over, So this row of single crochet, and you can see well no more increases, after this row after this row of single crochet, you just continue with your pattern, the cluster, and continue making until you have the same size that we have on this other side, I've already shown you the measurement. So just keep on working, and we're going to see the end result together. Okay, so make sure you work with me to the end. Wow, this is a perfect gift for a baby. I'm super proud of myself, and I believe you too. Thank you so very much for working with me. Now, if you're a stay-at-home mom like me, I advise you to do plenty of these and offer them to your loved ones. Pray for your baby, and also advise you to do to sell. And I pray God bless the work of your hands. Now, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. And next time, subscribe or turn the notification button so that you don't miss any of my tutorials. I want to say a big thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you for your lovely comments. God bless you. God keep you. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Shalom.